Good morning everyone and welcome to this video. So first, once you've downloaded Asset Forage and extracted it successfully, you'll have an assetforage.exe, and this is all you'll need in order to start up the program, as it's just a simple executable and nothing needs to be installed. Just double click the exe to start. Once the program is loaded, you can full screen and you'll get the 1.3 beta message. Just click continue and now you're in the middle of your material plane. The arrow represents the middle of your material plane, which is the plane you're working on, and the arrow is always pointing north. Now, in order to pivot, like I'm doing right now, hold right click and drag across the screen. In order to move throughout the material plane, use WASD, which you can also use the arrow keys as well. And then in order to zoom in and out, you just use the scroll wheel. You can also navigate through material space by holding the middle mouse button and dragging. In order to select props on your left, or select any prop inside of the material plane, by clicking left click and dragging out. You can deselect the prop by pressing escape. You can left click once in order to place one copy, or you can hold shift in order to place as many copies as you want. When placing a block against another block, you can hold control in order to snap it to the y-axis and then move it up and down. You can also rotate it across the y-axis by pressing space. In order to move a prop, just click the arrow that's facing the direction you want to move and just drag out. You can also just drag back, so technically the arrows on either side kind of do the same thing. In order to resize a prop, just click on the dot relative to the arrow facing the direction you want to resize and either drag in or pull out. Now, blocks can only be expanded to 20 times their original size and 1/10 their original size. Control Z allows you to go backwards in action, and Control Y allows you to go forward in action. Now, in order to delete a prop, you can either click delete, or you can click the prop and press backspace. Press F11 to take a screenshot without any UI features, and then press F12 to take a screenshot with all of the UI features. Screenshots are located right next to your exe file in the Asset Forage data. Just click that and you'll see all your screenshots are listed below. To select a prop, just simply left click on the prop you want to select, and to deselect, just click anywhere in empty space. In order to rotate a block, select the block you want to rotate and use either U, I, or O relative to X, Y, and Z in order to rotate your block. Holding Control while rotating a block allows the block to rotate at 45 degrees instead of 90. If you want to use mirror tools, you can use H, J, or K in order to mirror the block on certain axes. In order to duplicate a block, click C, which creates a clone, and then you can drag out the original block. To select multiple blocks, hold down Shift and click all the blocks you want to select. You can also select multiple blocks by holding Control, holding left mouse button, and then hovering over every block you want selected. You can also press Control A to select all blocks in the material plane. At the top left, you'll see two arrows. Use the arrows to navigate through your block collections. Above the arrows, you'll see two options for your blocks and paint. In order to paint a block, just select the template you want and then left click the block or anywhere on the block in order to change its color. In order to create a template, click the plus button, which will create a new template, and then you can change the color in the hex editor. To delete a template, go to the bottom left and click on the trash icon. In order to add a texture to your template, click on the icon next to the paint, and then you'll see there's a variety of textures you're able to add. Once a texture is added, you can left click and you can see that the texture now has the color of the hex editor also applied to it. In order to remove a texture, just go to where your texture is shown on the left and click the X. Once the texture is removed, you can repaint again and the texture will no longer be shown. New file is self-explanatory. Open is also self-explanatory. Save, also self-explanatory. Configuration, you could do editor quality, also goes to ultra, goes to low. Workspace, which is basically the sky sphere around the editor. As you can see, if we switch to light and click X, you'll see that the entire thing is now light. And if we go back to default, it's now back to normal. Reset configuration, clear thumbnail cache, grid opacity, and UI scale. Then a community button bringing you to the community page. Help brings you to a post by Kenny. And then you have the 2D sprite. I'm going to quickly go through the camera presets just so then you guys can see them all. There's also add 45-degree angles to any of the presets. And then you have a zoom option, which allows you to zoom in and out of the preview. You have shadows, ambient occlusion, outline, color filter, which allows you to do multiple different color filters. And then you have batch exported angles, and you have sprite size, which goes all the way up to large, and the angles go all the way up to 16. The 3D model export is either OBJ or FBX, and you can choose whether to merge the blocks or not, and you can choose whether to export with the textures or not. Custom blocks are very easy to import. All you have to do is go to your collections and then make a new file, name it whatever you want, and then that will show up as a block collection like these over here, like primitives, in your Asset Forage. As you can see, I have a folder named Fat Blocks, and in Asset Forage, Fat Blocks is right here, and I have a little couch. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video and it helped you out, then leave a like, and if you didn't like it, then tell me why in the comment section below. I'd love improvement. It took me a long time to get this stuff together because I actually had to go to all the devlogs that Kenny has made in order to find out all these controls and such, because there's no settings or controls in the actual thing, so I had to go and look through all the logs in order to get them all, and I wrote them down and blah 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 blah. But yeah, it was fine, it was great. So if you guys liked it, I'd appreciate support, and if I do get support, I'm planning on doing another one actually, because Kenny is making a 2.0, and I would love to do another one of these tutorials for that, and maybe kind of like a tutorial series. If he's going to go through tons of these updates, I'll just do like super fast 30-second videos just going through every single features, and everybody's always up to date. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much. If you're into this kind of stuff, go support Kenny. I'll put his website in the description, and I will see you guys later.